Happy evening. Happy evening, everyone. How are you all? Hope you all are doing fine and great. Yes, a warm welcome to all the enthusiastic participants of the Super Sound Teas series, day 35. Yes, your dedication and consistency in this journey is truly an inspiring one. So today, we are honored to have with us a wonderful trainer, Miss Salma John, counseling psychologist, acupuncturist, psychotherapist, and life skill trainer. She is two-time world record expertise in stress management, life skill, and student support. So let's all give her a big round of applause and get ready to learn, grow, and transform together. Yes. Welcome, ma'am.
Blessed evening, everyone. May the peace and blessings of the Almighty be upon us. And thank you so much to Sister Kidar for the lovely introduction. And also thank you to everyone for joining today's session. It's truly a pleasure to spend this time with you all. So today we are going to be talking about something that might appear small at first glance, but in reality, it is one of the biggest forces shaping our lives. Now tell me, what is the smallest thing in nature? Like the smallest particle in nature? You can chat in the box. Yes, that's right, atoms. By the way, we are not going to be learning physics here. When I say atomic, I mean something tiny, like an atom, but powerful enough to create an explosion of change in your life. What's one small habit you do every single day that makes your life better? It could be something as simple as drinking a cup of tea in the morning, saying a prayer before bed, checking if your phone charger is plugged in before you sleep, because let's be honest, nothing ruins your morning faster than waking up to 2% battery. uh, Come on, friends, chat in the box. Come on, your daily habit, drinking water, snooze. Yeah, right. Let me share a quick story with you. In the early 2000s, the British cycling team was, well, let's just say they were terrible. For almost 100 years, they hadn't won anything major. Manufacturers of bicycles were even embarrassed to sell to them because they thought it would hurt their brand. Then a man named Dave came along as their coach. And instead of trying to give one big motivational speech, he focused on something he called the aggregation of marginal gains, which simply means improving everything by just 1%. They changed the shape of their seats for comfort. They washed their hands more to avoid catching colds. They adjusted their pillows for better sleep. They even tested which massage gel gave quicker muscle recovery. Tiny things, almost laughable. But guess what happened? Within a few years, the British cycling team completely dominated the Olympic and the Tour de France, from being loved to being world champions, all because of small, consistent habits. And this is the big idea of today's session. It's not a big changes that change your life, it's the small ones, repeated consistency that add up the extraordinary results. Think about it for a moment. The way you spend the first 10 minutes after waking up sets the tone for the entire day. The food choices you make daily shape your health over years. The words you repeatedly use with your children slowly become the voice inside their heads as they grow up. Even the way you react to stress, whether you take a walk, breathe deeply, or snap in frustration, slowly becomes your personality. Habits are like the invisible script running in the background. Most of us don't even notice them, but they determine so much: our health, our productivity, our relationships, our peace of mind. This is why we call them atomic. Not only because they are small like atoms, but also because they are powerful like atomic energy. A single habit might feel tiny, but when it repeats and compounds over time, it can create extraordinary results. The key message here is success is not about doing one thing right once. It's about doing the right small things over and over until they become second nature. That's what we are going to explore in this session: how habits are formed, how they can be reshaped, and how you can use simple strategies to design a life that reflects your best self. I invite you to reflect on your own life as we go through this. Ask yourself, which habits are lifting me up and which ones are quietly holding me back? By the end of this session, my hope is that you will not only understand the science of habits, but you'll also feel equipped and inspired to take small but powerful steps towards lasting change. So, what are we waiting for? So, let's begin. Let's start with the quote: you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, right? In other words, you don't get what you dream about, you get what you repeatedly do. Now, let's go a little deeper. Why do habits matter so much? Let me ask you all a quick question. Again, use the chat for this. Do you think goals or habits are more important for us? Let's see your answer. Goals. Okay. Come on, friends. What do you think? Goals or habit? Which one is more important for success? Oh, habit fans are catching up. What about goals? Both. Okay. Habit, goal, and habits. All right. Now, let me share something shocking with you. Winners and the losers often have the same goals, isn't it? Think about it. Every Olympian wants to win gold, every student wants to pass their exams, and every entrepreneur wants to build a successful business. So, why don't they all succeed? Have you ever wondered? Friends, because goals don't separate winners from losers, habits do. Let me give you an example. Imagine two friends, both have the same goal: save money and feel financially secure. Okay. One sets up an auto transfer of rupees 500 into a saving account every month, makes tea at home instead of buying cafe coffee daily, and keeps track of expenses in a simple notebook. Small consistent actions, right? The other spends 3 hours watching YouTube videos titled How to Become a Millionaire in 30 Days, even takes notes as if it's college lecture. Meanwhile, the food delivery apps is buzzing: pizza for lunch, burger for dinner, milkshake for dessert. By the end of the week, the only thing lighter is their wallet. Same goal, different habits, and of course, completely different bank balances. Now think about brushing your teeth. None of us brush our teeth because we have this huge life goal of becoming the world champion of dental hygiene. We do it because it's a habit. Just a 2 minutes a day over years, that habit saves us from painful dentist visits. And it works in the opposite direction too. Eating one donut is harmless. Eating one donut every day for 5 years, that adds up. Skipping one evening walk doesn't matter. Skipping it every day slowly kills your health. Now I want you to reflect for a moment. Type in the chat, what's one habit, good or bad, that has shaped your life so far? Good or bad? What's one habit, friends? Take a second, think. Maybe it's reading, maybe it's always being late, maybe it's exercise, sleeping, yeah. right? Or scrolling social media late at night, reading. Fantastic. That's wonderful. Eating consciously, eating breakfast early. Wow. Do you see how powerful this is? Writing, exercise. Wow, great. Positive thoughts. Fantastic. Do you see how powerful this is, friends? A single habit repeated over years becomes your life story, right? And today we are going to learn the tools to shape that story consciously. Let's summarize whatever we have learned till now. Okay? Goals are good for setting directions, habits are good for making progress. Small habits compound over time, both good and bad. If you want to change your life, don't start with goals, start with habits. Now, let's look into four main parts about building good habits. Make it obvious. The first part is make it obvious. Okay. Now, let's imagine this. You come home from work. Okay. You are tired. You sit on the couch. What's in front of you? The TV remote. And just like that, you are watching Netflix. Not because you made a conscious decision, not because you said, today I will watch four episodes in a row, but simply because the cue was there, obvious, right in front of you. Habits begin with cues, the trigger that starts the behavior. And if you want to build good habits, the first step is to make the cues obvious. For example, if you want to drink more water, don't keep the water bottle hidden in the kitchen. Keep it in your desk, right in front of you. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep the cookies on the table and hide the fruits in the fridge drawer. Flip it. Make it the fruits obvious and the cookies invisible. You know, in Japan, train operators have fascinating safety habits called pointing and calling. When a train approaches, the operator doesn't just look at the signal, they literally point at it and call out loud. Signal green or signal red. It looks silly, but research shows it reduces mistakes by up to 85%. Why? Because it makes the cue obvious. The operator can't miss it. This same principle works in your life. If you want to do a habit consistently, you must design your environment to make the cues so obvious that you can't miss them. Now, let's make this practical. Think about one habit you want to start. Maybe exercising, reading, journaling, as you said earlier, praying, drinking more water. Now type in the chat, where could you place a cue in your environment to make this habit obvious? Where could you place your cue? For example, put your running shoes near the door. Keep your book on your pillow so you see it before sleeping. Keeping bottle on the desk, right? And okay. It's not about having fruits on table. Yes, right, Fatima sister. Perfect. You see, it's not about willpower. It's about design. Nuts and grains visible. Fantastic. I love that idea. Okay. It's not about willpower. It's about design. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your environment. Now, part two. Make it attractive. Let's be honest. How many of you here like doing boring things? Folding laundry and standing in a line? Yeah, me neither. The truth is, we are more likely to stick to habits if they are attractive. Our brain is wired for rewards, for dopamine. So, if you want to build a habit, you must make it something you actually look forward to. How? By two simple strategies. One is temptation bundling, and second one is habit stacking. Temptation bundling is nothing but pair something you need to do with something you want to do. And habit stacking is attach the new habit to something you really already do. Your turn, friends. Think about one boring habit you want to build. Any one boring habit. Now share in the chat. What fun or rewarding thing could you pair it with? Come on, friends. I'm waiting for your answers. Folding clothes. Yes. And any boring exercise. Okay. For example, using phone only after finishing exercises or drink your favorite tea only after writing one page of your journal. Doing the dishes. Yeah, cooking. Going to shop. Pray and read. That's brilliant. And the part three is make it easy. Here's the mistake most of us make. When we want to change, we go big. We set massive goals. I will exercise 1 hour every day. I will meditate for 30 minutes. I will quit sugar forever. And what happens? We burn out in a week. The truth is, habits don't have to be hard. In fact, they should be easy. The key is to reduce friction. This is the 2 minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Want to read more? Just read one page. Want to exercise? Just put on your shoes. Want to journal? Just write one sentence. It sounds too small to matter, but that's the point. Once you master the art of showing up, everything else becomes easier. Let's try this. What's one habit you want to start and how can you shrink it down to a 2 minute version? Type in the chat, my habit is, and my 2 minute version is. Come on, friends, type in the chat. For example, my habit is exercising. My 2 minute version is just wearing workout shoes. My habit is reading. My 2 minute version is reading one page. Oh, your habit is exercise. Great. And what about others? 2 minute version is workout shoes. Yeah. Playing football. Okay. And 2 minute version? Reading, right? Okay. My habit is doing workout. And my 2 minutes version is wall push ups. That's great. That's exactly it. Exercise and wearing a workout fits. Okay. Wow. My habit is studying. And 2 minute rule is reading one chapter. That's fantastic. Now is a part four. Make it make it satisfying. Now, here's the last law. Imagine doing a habit and never feeling any reward. Would you keep doing it? Probably not. Our brain loves immediate rewards, right? That's why bad habits are so sticky, like junk food, social media, they all give instant satisfaction for us. So, if you want to build a good habit, you need to make it satisfying. Give yourself a small win. One of the best tool is habit tracking. Every time you do the habit, you mark it on a calendar or an app. There's something deeply satisfying about seeing those streaks. Think about one habit you want to track. Now share it in the chat. What's one simple way you could reward yourself or track your progress after doing that habit? For example, tick a box, mark an X, add a sticker, or tell a friend. What's one simple way you could reward yourself? Study, then eat. Wow. Fruit juice. And reciting, gardening, creativity, classes, etc. Wow. After workout, my small win is seeing my biceps. That's wow, fantastic. Good meals. Telling a friend works great too. Yes. So, those are the four laws of behavior change. Let's summarize. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. What are the four parts? Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. If you apply these, you can build almost any habit. If you reverse them, you can break almost any bad habit. Which brings us to our next session. Up to now, we have seen how to build good habits. But I know what some of you are secretly thinking. That's great, but my real struggle isn't building good ones, it's stopping the bad ones too. How many of you know at least one bad habit you could like to break? Type it in the chat. Any bad habit? Late night sleep, late dinner, not drinking enough water, playing games and watching reels, procrastination, wow, screen time, getting anger. We have more here, junk food, night mobile using. You see, we all have them. And guess what? The same science that builds good habit can also break bad ones. The trick is to invert the four laws of behavior change. And you are right, bad habits have a way of sneaking into our daily life. Whether it's scrolling endlessly, late night snacking, gossiping, or even that just 5 minutes more lie we tell ourselves, right? Here's the good news, every bad habit has a structure. Now, if we understand that structure, we can dismantle it. Now, step one, hide the trigger. If you don't see it, you won't crave it. For example, if the chips aren't in your kitchen, you won't eat them at midnight. If your phone is in another room while you work, you won't keep checking it. The first move is simple, hide the cue, and you weaken the habit. What's one habit you'd like to stop, and what trigger could you hide from your environment? Come on, friends. What trigger could you hide? Hiding phone, yes. Chocolates, watching phone, hide mobile, yes. Delete social media, yes, of course. Sweets, phone and sweets, mobile, yeah. The second step is change the story in your mind. Bad habits survive because we tell ourselves a positive story about them. So let's rewrite the story. For example, instead of Netflix helps me sleep, say Netflix is stealing tomorrow's energy. Instead of junk food is my treat, say junk food is a loan I will repay later with my health. Isn't it? Change the way you describe the habit, and trust me, it loses its shine. I once met someone who said, every extra episode I watch at night is me stealing hours from tomorrow's version of myself. The thought helped him stop binge watching. The third step, put roadblocks in the way. Most bad habits survive because they are just too easy. If you make them harder, you will do them less. For example, log out of your social media accounts every time. The extra password step reduces endless scrolling. Don't stock junk food at home. If you really want it, you will have to walk to the store and usually laziness wins. Want to gossiping? Excuse yourself when the topic starts. Make gossip socially awkward for yourself. Step 4, make it costly. Bad habits stay alive because they feel good in the moment. So here's the trick. Make them come with the price tag. For example, publicly commit. Announce to your family or group, I won't eat sweets for 30 days. That social pressure will keep you in check. Use a habit tracker. Write down every time you slip. Just seeing it on paper makes you want to avoid repeating it. You know, a businessman wanted to stop swearing in the office. He created a jar. Every time he slipped, he put 100 rupees into it. At the end of the month, the money went to charity. He cleaned up his language and the office philanthropist. Now we can say that you're not your bad habits. They are patterns you have repeated, not your identity. And the fact that you are reflecting today means you already have the power to rewrite your future, right? If you win the small battles every day, you win the big pictures of your life. All right, let's bring this session home. We started by saying winners and losers have the same goals. The difference is in habits. Let's recollect everything we learned, okay? Small habits compound into a big results. To build habits, make them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. To break bad habits, make them invisible, attractive, difficult, and what? Unsatisfying. And the deepest truth, true change happens when habits align with identity. So my final message to you, don't just chase goals. Don't just chase results. Ask, who do I want to become? Then let every small habit be a vote for that identity. Because the goal is not to run a marathon, the goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to write a book, the goal is to become a writer. The goal is not to meditate once, the goal is to become a mindful person. When you focus on identity, results will follow naturally. Before we wrap up, let's do a last quick exercise. In the chat, type one word that captures your takeaway from today's session. Just one word or any emojis which you like. It could be identity, energy, patience, anything. Write any one word or any one emoji. Wow. Type it now. Come on, friends. Stronger, identity, empowered, strength, and wonderful, reframe, right? Energy, rewrite, great, okay. Don't give up, super. Confidence, hopes. I want everyone to chat in the box. Betterment, and come on, friends, achiever, habits, confidence, empowering, focus on the superb improvement, habits, focus on do's, yes, yes, discipline, I can, persistence, wow, great, satisfaction. We are now successfully done with our session, and I would like to thank Dr. Hussein Basha sir and the NIPR team for giving me this beautiful opportunity, and also a big thank you to all my fellow trainers and friends who have gathered here. Thank you all for your energy and participation. Remember, big results are just small habits done daily. Stay consistent, live your chosen identity, and you will see transformation in every area of life. Happy you, happy family, happy society. Don't forget to keep building those atomic habits. Stay blessed, live healthy. Thank you so much.
Please share your valuable feedback. Everyone, please share your valuable feedback. Yes.
Hello. Happy evening. Sister Stefana, you have done so well. ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. It was so nice. Even though we say atomic habits will help us do, you not only focused on habit formation, you also focused on not to do and how to do. It was really useful. Even though we think we know everything, it is a reminder for everyone. Everyone knows little habits adds up and helps us. But this is a beautiful reminder today. You have done it so well. Thank you for a wonderful lecture. Thank you, sister.
Already know the like earlier sister told, but it's like eye opening. No, sometimes we forget, but Alhamdulillah, like these sessions remind us what we have to focus on our sessions and the details that share with us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Wow. Today's section very useful. God bless you, sister. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, Hasina Banu will be speaking English on the topic how to focus on goals. Please support her in the same way. Thank you so much. Good night, sweet dreams. Bye from Sharika in India. Next, sweet dreams, everyone.